We're at the Park Country Club of Buffalo. It's actually been in existence since 1903, but at this site actually since 1927. I'm in my 26th year now. We actually just completed a major renovation 2016, 2017. I've had kidney disease for quite some time, at least 15 years. 2016, 2017 was really when it started to slide downhill a little more. It was recommended back in 2016 that I should look at getting listed because my kidney function was getting very, very low at that point.
He kind of came and just pulled me aside in the office and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know that I'm going on the kidney transplant list." And I was like, "Really?"
In early 2017, Thad Thompson was at Terry Hills, the president of our local chapter. He wanted to send an email out to the chapter regarding my condition, and because really, when it comes to kidney disease, you really need to advertise for a donor. Unbeknownst to me, Brian Kahn, the superintendent of Transit Valley, looked at that and just said that was something that he really had to do.
My father had committed suicide in 2015, and through the grieving of that process and the rigors that the year of 2016 put on me, I found that I needed to look back to my faith, which I hadn't looked to in a long time in any serious way. And lo and behold, doesn't an email show up? And an overwhelming feeling to help that wasn't a thought process that you go and stand by a lake and music plays and you think about it. It wasn't that. It was within 10 minutes I knew this was what I was doing.
And we knew one another, and we were acquaintances for really more just being in the business.
I don't even think we had sat and talked for more than 5 minutes, ever.
He started going through the process of getting tested, and he didn't tell me until actually August. He called me up, wanted to do a tour of the project, and we spent probably an hour out here.
Thank the Lord he had a project going, because I don't know what my excuse would have been other than that. By this time I had invested myself mentally in this, and my family had invested themselves. I was starting to feel that I was being led further in my faith by doing this. It was as important for me to do this as it was for him to receive it.
He said, "Oh, I need to speak to you privately." Sure, we went to my office.
It's a hard thing to bring up. Hey, I know we've never been very good friends and stuff, but I need you to do something for me.
He just said, "Hey, I read that email and it's just something I have to do." He said, I'm going to give you one of my kidneys."
Amazingly, I was able to keep my composure really well. Way more then than I can talking about it now. And I told him I'd like to do this for you, when knowing the whole time I was just as much doing it for myself.
Kind of an awkward moment. It was because, what do you do? What do I do? Laugh, cry? I was just like stunned. And then I stood there and looked at him for what probably felt like a half an hour. It was only probably a minute or two.
Crickets, quiet, and he's just staring at me, and I'm thinking, oh man, he's not going to let me do this. And it's never like you picture it to be. And I didn't even know what I could picture it to be like. Because there was probably 3 minutes and he still hadn't even given me an answer.
I said, "Why me?" And his answer was so nonchalant, and it was he just went, "Oh, because it's the Christian thing to do." From there, that's when you knew right away. It just happened so quick.
We'd been trying to get together with Scott and Brenda and their family just to get the families together, to put names to faces and stuff. New Year's Day, we met for dinner, and that changed everything. It was such a happy time that my kids were won over from that day. It was a total change for them, and they wouldn't have let me back out at that point. It's
come along very, very quick. They say I'll have pretty much 100% strength back within another month. So I can't remember feeling this good. It's been a long, long, long time.
He's here super early, he's energetic, he's involved in the crew and that again, and it's definitely a complete 180 degrees.
Because I've never taken my wedding ring off since the day I was married, and I don't foresee myself ever taking this off. It's a part of me, just so people can see it and ask. If one person out of 1,000 asks me what that band is for and gives me the chance to advocate for another person, it's great.
I think this touches, families, and I mean, it's to get the word out to, even if somebody doesn't want to be a live donor, at least sign the back of your license. Be a deceased donor. You'll help somebody, and fortunately for me, it was incredible thing that Brian did, and just don't know how I'll ever be able to thank him.
I'm closer to Scott after a year than I am, to some extended family that I've known my whole life. It's an amazing thing what this process can do to people in a positive way.
We're like brothers, absolutely like brothers.